I'd say definitely maybe just keep in mind that this experience is like 100% for you, and you should honestly just be doing things mainly just to benefit you and your growth as a human, because we're all kind of just learning how to be adults here, and like we're all kind of like on the same journey. So I think that we should just kind of like take our time and not really necessarily like worry about what others are really doing with their time, but mainly focus on like how we spend our time and like how we should like make the most of it, the time that we have here.
Say definitely take advantage of the local area that you're in, because a lot of times you're going to want to stay trapped in your room and maybe like become homesick or like watch Netflix or lay in your bed. But really the best thing that you have to do is go out and talk to people and even learn the language if you can or want to, because not only does it broaden your perspective, as it always does with a new culture, but it just makes you more open-minded and friendly, and it's just so much more fun. It's a really fun experience that way.
What I would give is just like, be open-minded. It's an experience, and stepping out of your comfort zone is always going to be like weird at first and scary, but it's definitely worth it, so yeah.
Plan ahead, but don't plan too much. I think I'm someone who's really organized, so I came with a lot of plans, a lot of set expectations on what I want to do, but I think the best part about this experience is the whole spontaneousness of it. So give yourself that space to grow, give yourself that space to be spontaneous at times and, you know, do things that you haven't done. You know, like I think it's the best opportunity to do that here. But at the same time, obviously be cautious and have plans and don't be overly reckless, but make sure you're kind of keeping a balance between the spontaneousness and the organizational aspect of it.
Definitely don't worry about it at all. Being in such a small group of people, in such a small area, like living with people and eating in the same place and then studying in the same place, it's really easy. It just kind of happens like naturally, and by the end of the program, you're going to be friends with everyone, regardless of what happens in the first few weeks.
A piece of advice for future Verto students is really appreciate your surroundings. Like, you're in Europe, it's really nice, but I mean, when I first came to Spain, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Paris, I'm gonna go to Italy, I'm gonna go to Greece, I'm gonna go here. And then it's like, you come to Spain and you're like, there's so much to do here that you can't like really go everywhere. You just have to really appreciate where you are and like, you know, put yourself into like the city and understand like, I'm in Spain. It took me, I think like 2 weeks or so to finally settle in and be like, oh wow, I'm living here right now. And so, yeah, just familiarize yourself with the city. It's really nice, and there's a lot to do in Spain. Even though I wanted to like travel to other countries, I was like, I stayed in Spain. Malaga was super nice, and all the Verto excursions were really nice too. I loved the overnight one, I think was the best one.